Hey guys, Taju22 here, and we're here for for Bob Barker's title match, or title shot rather, and he's decided to go after the hardcore title. And up first is the challenger himself, yes, Bob Barker. Focus here. And of course, let's not forget that Bob Barker is a former Intercontinental Champion. He held the title for, at one point, he held it for, in the game, like 4 game months, but which equates to probably close to 3 weeks, maybe, give or take. I kind of lost count there, but he held on to it for a very long time before he finally lost it to. I forgot who he lost it to in the first place. I think it was. What? Oh right, Kane. He lost to Kane, in which Bob and Kane had a feud, which ended when Kane beat Bob Barker, and they've since had tremendous respect for one another, which I couldn't say the same about my ex-friend and current enemy. And wait, all right, where the hell is he? Where is he? Well, Bob is waiting for the champion Brian Keith Thomas, but where is he? Well, there's Thomas, and whoa, he has a different outfit, and yeah, I had to expect that. So yeah, he has a different attire on, and he mentioned to an interviewer. Normally I interview, but he mentioned to another person that normally I would be asking him, but someone else asked in place of me, knowing full well that I would go after him. He was asked, why do you have a different attire? You know, that is, why do you have different clothes on? And he says, well, I don't want to be confused with Digino. Which was why I decided to attack him before his match, in which he was supposed to team up with the Jew. So upon hearing that, I was really upset about that. But it kind of does make sense. He kind of did look like Digino, that is, with the mask on. So he decided to get some new tights and a new mask, so to speak. So. That's the only good thing that came out of this. But right now, he's given Bob Barker one hell of a beating. And of course, Thomas, or Brian, I should say, knows full well not to underestimate the power of Bob Barker, such as that. And hold on, let me turn this up a little bit. I don't think you guys can hear. Oh, and a low blow to Bob Barker. Yeah, he's not going to have any more kids. I'm sorry. He's done with kids. So, yeah, it would be a mistake on Brian's part to underestimate Bob Barker. So yeah, whatever Brian does to Bob Barker is pretty much fair game. I mean, normally a guy the age of Bob Barker wouldn't stand a chance against my best friend, or not best friend, my former friend, Brian, but come on, seriously, this is Bob Barker we're talking about. We're talking about a guy who's been battle-tested many times. And that's one of Bob Barker's signatures, which is the chop block. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting my moves. I haven't done this in a while. Or, I haven't called that move in a while. But of course, a poke in the eye is something we've seen before. And a back suplex to Bob Barker. Anyway, I forgot to mention that this match is an Iron Man match, which is to say whoever gets the most decisions after 10 minutes will be declared the winner. And since this is the hardcore title, there are no disqualifications, no countouts, and falls count anywhere, and weapons are encouraged. But so far, this match has turned into a wrestling match and a pinfall cover after a power slam. 1, 2. No, kick out by Bob Barker. So far, no one has scored a fall. Or a decision, rather. Well, actually, they mean the same thing. What am I saying? What am I saying? And, uh-oh, Bob is pissed. Bob is pissed. And even Bryan knows that. And Bob is going to give chase to Bryan. A forearm to the back of Bob Barker. And wait a minute. What's he going for? And a Samoan drop right to the floor. And a pinfall cover. 1, 2, no. A 1 count. Right to Brian Keith Thomas. And thrown back into the ring is Thomas. So far, no weapons have been used. So far this has been close to a pure wrestling match. And leg drop right to Bob Barker. But of course Bob doesn't stay down. He never stays down for very long. A forearm right to the back of Bob Barker. And a Samoan drop right to Bob. And now he's going to pick him up. What's he going to go for? The backstabber. The backstabber right to Bob Barker. That might do it. 1, 2, 3. And that's 1 decision for Brian Keith Thomas. If this stands, Bryan will have defended his Intercontinental, no, not Intercontinental, his Hardcore title. Excuse me, I got my titles mixed up. Forgive me if I keep doing that. And a leg sweep right to Bob Barker. And Bob kicks him right in the leg. That's the thing about Bob, you know, he'll take your legs from underneath you, and maybe even go for a figure 4 if he thought it would help him win. But a knee right to the head, and what's he gonna go for? A double underhook powerbomb. 1, 2, 3, and oh my God, Bob has been busted open. Bob, oh my God, Bob is bleeding right now. And those punches right to the head are not helping. Oh my God. I mean, if it were up to me, this match would be over, but both men signed on knowing full well they could get hurt. And right now Bob is getting killed in there. I mean, sure, Bryan is no killer, but he's taking it to Bob, and oh, and another backstabber. Now he picks him up. And some brass knuckles, but of course, it's no disqualification, so those are perfectly legal in this match. Wait a minute. And a super atomic drop right to Bob. I mean, right now Bob has just lost some blood. And a knee right to the head. And another pinfall. 1, 2. No, kick out. I'll tell you one thing, Bob is not quitting. Not quitting at all. But a kick right to the head. I mean, Bob is just, oh my God, Bob is just not doing so well right now. But a reversal. Well, alright, well, what's he setting up? Tornado DDT right to Bryan. But that doesn't keep him down for very long, does it? And a whip into the ropes goes Bob. Nope. A chop block right to Bob. And what's he going for? Nope, countered into a DDT by Bob, and Bob is trying to use whatever strength he has left to get at Bryan, but Bryan is just too big and too powerful at this point for Bob. Another backstabber. I mean, there's only a minute or less than 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's pretty clear that Bryan is the superior athlete, but Bob is not quitting. And another leg sweep. Picks him up. And a neck breaker right to Bryan. And now, nope, countered by Bryan. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to scoot in there. And a back elbow. Another facebuster knee. Knife edge chop. Oh, but a forearm right to the head. And, oh! A punch right to the nuts. Oh, don't tell me he's gonna... 1, 2... No. Oh my god. Yeah, definitely. Bob is not gonna have any more kids. Bob Barker is done with kids. And another chop block right to the leg. I mean... And another poke in the eye as if he wasn't bleeding already. And a knife edge chop. Well, Bob was unsuccessful in defeating Bryan Keith Thomas. I mean, Bryan, with the new look, has won this match. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, he won it within the rules. I mean, there were no rules, except one: win. And that is to get the most pinfalls, and that didn't happen. But right now, Bob is just in the worst shape he could possibly have been in, and the doctors are going to take him to get some medical treatment, because right now Bob is just in a bad way. Well, I hate to say this, but Bob is out. Bob is it's going to be a while before we see Bob in the ring again, but hopefully he'll make it back, for the Royal Rumble. It would just be unfortunate if Bob couldn't make it, because he's a former Rumble winner, but still, I can only wish him the best of luck. So folks, stay tuned for the next match, okay? Peace.